Open up your math book. Now, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we did halves, fourths, and eighths. Today, we're doing thirds and sixths, okay? Avi just got very excited about thirds and sixths. What I'd like you to do on your number line, on your page, is I'd like you to label all of the thirds. And when you're finished, I'd like you to put your pencil down.
The Appoquinimink School District chose to begin the implementation of Common Core standards this year. It wasn't mandatory, but our visionary leader decided that we were going to begin. And it's been a bonus for us, it's been a plus. And we found that the Common Core standards have raised the level of rigor for the students.
I'm gonna look for one volunteer to come up and help me label my number line. Frank, would you like to come up?
We've always had standards, but we've never had standards that required children to think at such a higher level. We've never had standards that were this rigorous. And another positive thing about the Common Core standards, now they will be the same nationwide. So if a child in Delaware moves to Maryland, the Common Core standards will be the same. So that's a great positive. And again, that goes back to visionary leadership, I believe.
I'm looking for one volunteer to help me to answer this question. What strategies did you use today to help you put fractions on a number line? Ryan. It's definitely much more advanced than what we've done in the past. Before we've looked at fractions and compared them, but now putting them on a number line and getting it to really understand where fractions are and what they are, it's definitely much more critical thinking than they've had before. 1/3 is bigger than 1/6. Great job. And how can you know for sure?
That I know for sure because 1/6 is behind 1/3.
1/6 is behind 1/3 on the number line. Here's 1/6 of the number line. Here's 1/3 of the number line. Great job. Thank you. Good work. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And the great thing is, like, the more we raise our expectations, the greater they're going to be learning, it's really interesting to watch.
Every lesson has a unit essential question and a lesson essential question that becomes the focus of the lesson. You will find that every essential question has a basis in the content standards. And we also use Bloom's taxonomy to ensure that our children are thinking at higher levels and are thinking critically so that they will become 21st century citizens and global citizens.
Which one do you think would probably be the heaviest? Abby, what is weight? How heavy something is. Can things be heavier or lighter?
Yes.
Absolutely. So you'll be able today to weigh bags that have 50 items in them. I know. The other day we only had like 10 in each bag, right? Well, for example, the activity that they're doing today, they have to use the theory of transitivity. It's one thing to weigh 2 bags and know which one's heavier, which one's lighter, but they have to take that skill and apply it to a 3rd bag. A lot of people say first graders can't use higher level thinking skills, but I tell them that they could definitely do it. They definitely can, and it makes them more of a problem solver, I find. Instead of always asking the teacher what to do, it's great to hear their conversation back and forth, like, well, you could try this, or I could do that. If you've got these 3, how are you going to figure out which one's heavier? What could you do?
Weigh them with your arms.
You could weigh them with your arms to get an idea, prediction. All right.
I think the proof is in what happens in the classrooms. And I think when the staff and the teachers looked at it, examined it, and looked at how it would benefit our children, they were very willing to adopt it. And that's what they've done. So it's been very successful in the classroom, and it's given the students another level of understanding of what they're learning. Why am I learning this? And this is the question I'll have to answer when I master this skill. So it's become more student-friendly, and the students have a greater involvement in what they're learning in the classroom.
It should be really familiar to you by now.
It is aligned so that at every grade level, you are teaching a specific skill. I can walk into a first grade and listen to first graders learning about text features. And then I can walk into 5th grade and they are also learning about text features. The exciting thing is when the 1st graders go to 2nd grade and 2nd graders go to 3rd, they will be familiar with the vocabulary and with the concept, and so the teachers are able to build upon that knowledge. And that again is something that I attribute to the rigor of the Common Core standards.
And I think it's good for the kids. I think they are enjoying what they're doing, they're feeling successful, and I know I feel more accomplished as a teacher because of it. Can you abbreviate in your notes? Yes.
All of the districts will have to be aligned by 2014. They have to have common standards that are concise, clear, and are going to prepare our students to be college and or career ready. I want to encourage parents out there that if they are interested in learning about the Common Core standards, learning more to become a trainer, to even just to get the materials, wherever you are, please contact PTA because we are trained and we have the resources to help you do that.
Great job, boys and girls. What I'd like you to do, great job today. Reach around and give yourself a pat on the back. Fabulous. Now, before we stop,
we as a staff see the value of Common Core standards. It's not an easy job to implement them. It takes lots of hard work, but we see the value of it, so we're willing to work and we're willing to put the time needed to implement the standards. So it's been very successful in the classroom.